Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Championship Saturday here. It's the Premier Men's Grand Final to be contested between Northcote Gold and Northcote Maroon. The Maroon side will be out in the field. They're actually wearing maroon tops today, not to confuse you. That's why they've got them in a grey colour on the scoreboard for you. And two outstanding teams about to get underway here in the Grand Final. Fantastic. We have a look at the fielding side for the gold side out there in the field. It'll be Gabe Wharepari, Morgan Cook and Monk at left to right in the outfield. Kingy is in the hot corner third base. Gerbes and Lynch up the middle pairing with Connor Flanagan at first base. Logan Fraser-List and Dylan Fraser-List will round out the fielding lineup for you here in the Grand Final. Just underway as it'll be Caleb Warner that will lead off here for the gold side. They have been the measure of the tails of the two teams this season in the Premier Division. Last year's two finalists was the Roosters Red and Roosters Black. So Northcote kind of doing the role reversal on them this year. Played them in the semi-final, or Hibiscus Coast and Roosters Black, I think it was. Or gold, or red, one of the two. And they won their semi-finals to get through here to the Grand Final. Caleb Warner will be leading off, as you can see. Just go and tidy up the umpire's mic for you. There is a little wind out there today. Dylan Fraser-List, we mentioned, he'll start this game with a good rise ball that comes through. Callum Ryan, the head coach for this gold side. Very experienced campaigner. And a hard hit ball by Rona will lace that one to centre field, and he will leg it all the way around to second. Try that third. Caleb Rona been a great table setter all year for this gold side. And definitely getting the job done here in the Grand Final. Just make sure I've got the right two teams out there for you. And of course, it's just double checking that. Dylan Fraser-List pitching for the gold team. So the scoreboard just needs to be flipped around. We'll flip that around for you shortly. So it's they're tidying up the scoreboard for you now. I'll bring it back up for you shortly. Northcote v Northcote, we know that. That's for sure. Caleb Warner leading off with a great hit here in the top of the first innings. And fouls off. We'll see the first out here. Let's have a look at that batting lineup for you for the Maroon side. Gibson, who just went down on strikes. And we see Davies will hit the three spot. Simonson, Lanigan, Love, Fuller, Hibbert, and Callum Ryan will be the player coach hitting in the 9 spot today for them as we get underway in the Grand Final. Scoreboard's been updated, so indeed it's the Maroon side batting first here in the top of the innings. Two very good teams here. These two teams have really put on a great spectacle for us this season. Hard hurt ball down the line, looking to make the play at 3. He's got to get up, and he makes the out. But as you see right there, the Maroon side go up 1-0 here in the Grand Final. Two away here. Brings up Martin Simonson now. Martin Simonson, the visiting player from Denmark. This one pops up. We'll have a Mark Shields, the son. And that'll do the third out here in the top of the first innings. So we'll duck away for a quick break and come back to you with more action here live from the grand final for 2024 from the North Harbour Softball Association.
Global warming is incredibly serious. We need to cut emissions, but we need to also absorb carbon out of the atmosphere. Growing trees is the only tool we have in the toolbox for taking carbon out of the atmosphere that we can do at scale. Pinus radiata takes carbon out of the atmosphere at about 5 to 10 times the rate of native planting. And so what New Zealand Carbon Farming are doing is planting the Pinus radiata to absorb the carbon, and then they're transitioning that forest into native forest so that we get the biodiversity benefit.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you along for the grand final here between these two great teams. Simply been outstanding. Let's have a look at the fielding lineup for you for the Northcote Maroon side. It'll be Martin Simonson, Nick Lanigan and Ryan Love left to right in the outfield. Hot corner third base now is Jesse Fuller. Caleb Blunt and Hugh Davies will be the mainstay up the middle at shortstop and second base. Callum Ryan, player coach, he's over at first. Seth Gibson behind the dish. For the starting pitcher, that is Moana Hibbert. The gold side from Northcote, the batting lineup will look like this. JP Gerbes will be leading off the shortstop. Huepa Monk in the 2 spot today. Logan Fraser List will do the catching duties and hitting 3. Morgan Timothy Cook will be at centre field in the clean-up spot. Josh King hitting 5 today. Connor Flanagan will be at first base hitting 6. Dylan Fraser List, he is hitting 7 today. The starting pitcher, Gabe Wharepoti, will be hitting in the 8 spot, and Quinton Lynch will be playing second base to round out the batting order for the boys from the Northcote Gold side. Put it on a normal head coach for the side. He's away at a wedding today. Congratulations, Peter Rona, getting married today. Fantastic. Doesn't happen very often, but when you get married, of course, you're not available for the grand final. That'd be only your own wedding that you'd miss the grand final for, surely. We'll find out whether it's his wedding or someone else's later. JP Gerbes, as you see, the beer garden is in full effect down here. And a swing and a miss as Moana Herbert gets us underway in the bottom of the first innings. Herbert looks to come inside, and he does come inside perfectly. And he'll pick up the first out here in the bottom of the first innings. What type of pitcher is Moana Herbert? Well, he's got good control, pitch both sides of the plate. Rise balls his punch-out pitch normally. Has had a leg injury he's been working through and under since NFC. Managed to get his way through the semi-final. all the way to the last couple of innings, last innings it was actually, when Seth Gibson had to come in and close the game out. Seth Gibson behind the dish again here today. David Downs, the head coach for the Gold side today, and the absence of Pitarona, as we mentioned, got married today. How cool. Fantastic. Peter Crock assisting him over at first base. Ohepa Mank will lace this one off the bat. If we look at the table results from the season in the Premier Men's competition here, the pure athletic Premier Men's competition, the Maroon side come through with a 6-12 record, 12 wins and 6 losses from the 18 matches of the Premier Men's division. The Gold side, well, they ran the table pretty much 15-3, 15 wins and 3 losses in their season. And the third baseman, Jesse Fuller, safely underneath that one. So 2 away here, bottom of the first innings. Maroon side leading 1-0. Logan Fraser lists the starting catcher, nicknamed Logan Just Hits. Look to try and get the first hit of the ball game here for this Gold side in the grand final. And a hard hit ball from List, sending him back. And a fine catch taken at centre field by Nick Lanigan. And that'll do us through 1 complete now. It is the Maroon side leading the grand final, 1-0.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In the top of the second innings, there'll be Nick Lanigan, Brian Love, and Jesse Fuller. 1-2-3 here for the Maroon side. Hang on their white shirts. He's not black at Maroon, right? You know? That'll do, right? That will do. 1-0 here. Maroon side leading the ball game. 2024 Premier Men's Grand Final. Fantastic to have you along for it. I'm Jason.chopper, aka Chopper. Our last grand final for the North Harbour this season. First one started last night with the Northcote Yankees winning the under-19 boys division. Then this morning at 9 a.m, the Northcote Cubs winning the under-15 boys division. As this one's lifted high, Gerbes going back, waiting for the outfitter to call him off, and he does by Gabe Wharepoti. You see here good communication. As soon as he hears that call, moves out of the way and smiles on the dial of Wharepoti at left field for the first out. Ryan Love now will have Jesse Fuller batting behind him. Young Jesse Fuller's been strong with a 2-run home run last night, and then a solo shot today in the Prem Reserve Men's Final. Ryan Love, a big heavy hitter himself. 1-1 the count on him. So completing those results so far, the under-15 boys, the Northcote Cubs winning that one over the Birkdale Falcons. 17 runs to 6. A run shortened affair. We see a change up come through the zone. And then the Prem Reserve men we just mentioned that Jesse Fuller played in. He went down, unfortunately, to the younger team, the Northcote Warriors. Congratulations to Des Warman's men, winning that one in commanding fashion. As we see Love go down on strike. So 2 away here, top of the second innings. John Hickman on screen there, one of our umpires, Kai Wawal, in the grand final. He's at third base today. Jesse Fuller steps in. We mentioned his prowess in the last 24 hours has been really, really good. First pitch is outside. Colin Bryan been happy with the progression of Jesse Fuller, that's for sure. Real threat, made a debut appearance in the NFC North Harbour competition this year, did Jesse Fuller. And JP.gerbes played his second, the shortstop here for the Gold side. 2 young fellas starting to make waves in the Premier Men's section, that's for sure, across the country. Josh Kingy, he's made plenty of waves throughout his career, an outstanding athlete coming out of the Howard Club originally, his first season with Northcote. Getting the start today at third base of the grand final for the Gold team. Change of pace. Tracking back deep is Timothy Cook for the out. So we're through 1.5 complete. Bottom of the second coming up next. It is Maroon side leading the grand final 1-0.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Want to catch a fuel bargain with Caltex and Supergold? Scan your Caltex app, Flybuys or Airpoints for 6 cents off per litre with Pumped. And show your Supergold card for an extra 2 cents off. Ah, feels good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the bottom of the second innings. 1-0 to the Maroon side in the grand final for 2024. It is the Premier Men's Division, the top competition here in North Harbour Softball Association. We'll welcome into Te Raki Pai Whenua. Kia ora mo te tautoko o te kemu o Poiuka. Thank you for your great support of softball right here in New Zealand and North Harbour. Morgan Timothy Cook will take first pitch down the middle. As Josh King will hit after him, and then Connor Flanagan. 1, 2, 3 here for the Gold side. There's David Downs. Looks to help his team get on the board here. This will coming off the hands and take it securely at second base is Hugh Davies. Just a little late on that stroke from Cook. Has an inside-out swing already. Josh Kingy now. We talked about his experience in the Premier level game. in peak physical condition these days is Kingy. And a hard hit ball. Talk about peak. This will just land before the warning track into Martin Simpson's glove at left field. Josh Kingy not far away from levelling the score here in the bottom of the second innings. Dylan Fraser List waiting on deck. Connor Flanagan now. That's a good one, ball up. And then the catcher, Seth Gibson's like, do you see how tall this guy is? He's a basketball player. There is no up. Good banter and communication behind the dish there. And this one comes through the bottom of the zone this time. And Seth's like, yep, you can make it up any way you like. Minor Hibbert. Outstanding right-handed hurler from the Northcote club, originally from Wellington region. I think Wainui Mata to start with. Had a bit of time at Punika Kilburnie, and then made his way to Tamaki Makaurau and Taraki Paewhenua, Auckland and North Shore. And this one up the middle, tough play for Rona. He'll have to get on his haunches, and he does. And it's a 1-2-3 innings here as we're through the 2 complete. It is the Maroon side. Lead the grand final, 1 run to 0.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years ago.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the top of the third innings of the 2024 Premier Men's Grand Final, here live from North Harbour's Softball Association at its Pure Athletics Sports Stadium on number 1 diamond named Freeman Field. Of course, under the support of Softball New Zealand and presented by Ballpark Broadcasting NZ. Thank you for your support of the broadcast and of the competition. This is the pinnacle of the game here on the North Shore. The two Northcote sides have made their way to the grand final. And the Maroon side with a slender lead here. And they'll look to try and add to it as we go through the third innings. Minor Hibbert hits first. Callum Ryan will be hitting 2 today. 2 in this innings. And then back to the top of the shop, Caleb Rona. This one comes on the outside edge. Yes, sir. Dylan Fraser-List, the starting pitcher here for the Gold side, has been outstanding this season. Came back from a shoulder injury. Took him 2 years to build his way back as we see him strike out Hibbert to start off the third innings. And boy, oh boy, the rest has done him good. As he's looked in form this year. Top pitcher at the Auckland Maris Brother Patrick tournament after I think in January this year, or February this year. He's continued to play in good form, that's for sure. The pitcher for the Gold side now. First pitch is a rise ball out of the zone. Frisbee really to Callum Ryan here, player coach for the Maroon side. Callum is senior veteran these days, doesn't play much. More focuses on coaching. Of course, the head coach for the North Harbour NFC side this year was Callum. Fantastic student of the game. We're talking about the young student coming through learning, and that's the likes of Gabe Wharepodi at left field. Boy, has he risen through the ranks this year. And it's been because of a attitude and work ethic and an open mind to learning. Gabe Wharepodi been earmarked for future promise, just like Nick Lanigan was when he was a young fella coming through the system. If you're going to put the mahi in, you're going to get the treats. And the Northcote powers that be, especially senior coaching staff, are aware of his work ethic and are putting time into him. Made his debut at the NFC this year, did Gabe Wharepodi. You see a swing and a miss from Ryan in the hill, in the batter's box. So he's had a taste of the big boy stuff already. Full count now on Ryan. Rise ball right down Main Street, pumps backwards. One away here from the top of the third innings. And a hard hurt ball up the middle. Gerbes behind the second base. What a play by the shortstop from the Northcote Gold side. High hopper. Ryan can run the bases quick. Gerbes rounds the base and makes that in plenty time as well. Good defense here in the grand final. Need it against Caleb Brunner, who's up the bat now. Boy, is he in a good patch of form. Little change of pace. Found a bit of power with the bat this year as Caleb Brunner as well. About 18 home runs. Apparently, we found the secret. This one's down and inside. The director. And there is only one director. We all know that at Ballpark Broadcasting NZ. Matt Jordan gave that bat to Caleb Brunner, and boy, has he taken it to a new level. The director would like to say, of course, that's had plenty of hits in that bat already, but we probably found out that the first hit came as soon as Caleb Brunner got it in his hands. One down the tram line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good velocity coming out of the right arm of Fraser List. Of course, pitching to his brother behind the dish, Logan. Imagine how many times they did that in the backyard growing up. I'll pitch, you catch. Okay, I suppose so. They come through all the rep grades together. Now playing at the elite level. This one flails off. The 2 young men have played for Northcote all their lives since about 4 years old. Plenty of options to go and play somewhere else. Never took it. Very loyal members of the Northcote club are Logan and Dylan Fraser List, which is a big thing for me, that's for sure. Got some great umpires out there today. Andy McManus behind the dish, Mark Porteous at first base, John Hickman, Santa Claus is out there, and Bryden Wells, I think maybe just got caught in traffic. And there he is. No, Bryden Wells is there. He's at third base today. As we see it on that. Plenty of respect given to him as he picks up a walk down the first base. It'll bring up Zeth Gibson now. Followed by Davies and Simpson. 3 international players level. Arona is off to the races and he is safe. He'll swipe second base in scoring position. Game is going to be an hour 45 this evening. Got away a little bit late due to the earlier matches. And a hard hit ball from Gibson, tracking back is Timothy Cook, and he will make the catch at centre field. Moving nice and quick. Won't need to worry about that hour 45. These guys are going to get through 7 innings before that. It is 1-1 to nil. Maroon side leading the grand final here, going into the bottom of the third. The pitch is slip.
Global warming is incredibly serious. We need to cut emissions, but we need to also absorb carbon out of the atmosphere. Growing trees is the only tool we have in the toolbox for taking carbon out of the atmosphere that we can do at scale. Pinus radiata takes carbon out of the atmosphere at about 5 to 10 times the rate of native planting. And so what New Zealand Carbon Farming are doing is planting the Pinus radiata to absorb the carbon, and then they're transitioning that forest into native forest so that we get the biodiversity.
Bottom of the third innings of the grand final here. It'll be Dylan Fraser-Lewis, Gabe Wharepati and Quinton Lynch. 1-2-3 here for the gold side as they trail by 1 in the grand final. Fraser-Lewis is starting pitcher for the gold side. A good hitter as well. And there you go, Bruiser right there as he laces one to left field for a solid single. First hit of the ball game for the gold side. Just the one hit on the other side as well, and that goes to Caleb Brunner. Hibbert continues to work here. Wharepati looking to put the ball down, and that ball will go on the roof though. I don't know if anyone's been up there this week because they had the secondary schools hosted midweek here, secondary school nationals. And I can tell you a lot of balls went up there during that nationals. Fraser-Lewis at first base here, no outs in the bottom of the third innings, trailing by 1 run. Pitches inside, and that'll allow Fraser-Lewis to take off to second. So scoring position now.
Yep, 2 balls. Yep, hands out.
Two balls and 1 strike. You see it here, the umpire Andy McManus mic'd up for you. As Zeth Gibbon walks out to talk to the pitcher. Just making sure that they're on the same page with the runner at second base here. 2-1 now. back underway in the grand final. Bottom of the third innings.
Out.
Just can't quite get that one on point there. Wharepoti, 2 bunt fouls now. So moves the count 2-2. This one down the tram line. It's a good one too. On the outer edge. Oh, looks like we're going to have to send a message to John Hickman out there. He's fitted into Kevin Sheehy's slot on the centre field camera. This one misses up top. Quinton Lynch now batting in the 9 spot, the second baseman for the Gold side. Sets up to go to work here. Pitches down low, off and running is Fraser Lewis. The throw goes to the outfield, and he is now 60 feet away from tying up this ball game in the bottom of the third innings. This one's down low. So 2 stray balls here to Lynch. This one clips the outer edge though, beautifully. And outside, and Lynch will pick up the walk, and they'll be runners coast to coast here now for the Gold side.
Thank you.
Mandarona just helping out, taking photos. Great jobs here in the back there. Also grab some more match balls for this grand final. JP Gerbes now. First pitch driving down the line. We'll go foul though, and David Downs had to do the old Matrix. Let's get out of the way. For you young people watching, The Matrix was this amazing movie where this guy called Neo could bend out of the way like bullets flying at him and stuff. Okay, don't call me old, just Google it. The Matrix. David Downs out there today. No balls, 1 strike to count. And drop ball just bends right through the zone. Moana Hibbert, seen him pitch for quite a while now. Actually, he pitches better when he's under pressure. Tying run 60 feet away. Outside, they'll throw down a 2, and he is cold. Lynch trying to swipe second base. 2 away here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, Lynch just learned a valuable lesson. Seth Gibson has a gun behind the dish. Rise ball up. Gerbes really good eye at the plate. Doesn't swing it too many pitches outside the zone. $18 years of age, an up-and-coming product of the Northcote club for sure. 2-2 now. There's one inside, and he just gets underneath the drop ball. And with 2 outs, they'll bring in a courtesy runner for Fraser Lewis at third base. It'll be Quinton Lynch that'll come back out to run.
Temporary runner, third base.
As you heard the umpire, temporary runner.
2-2.
Count even as Hibbert receives the signal. Steps back. Here comes the 2-2. Ground ball down the line will pull that foul. Martin Simpson. And I think it's about his 5th season playing in New Zealand, spread over a number of years. A welcome addition in the Northcote whānau, that's for sure. Fine gentleman. Might have seen it at the NFC. Baller wants a wife. That was Martin Simpson. Auntie Rowie. And generous to share the love with him as in getting him a partner. Wahine, as we see Gerbes go down on strikes. I mentioned to you that Minor Hibbert pitches better under pressure, and you saw an example of it right there. The Maroon side will keep the lead here, 1-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. Oh, we've got a fantastic grand final here. And wouldn't it be a grand final without a puppy, would it? It wouldn't be a grand final without a puppy. As we see that one first out, just fly out to the second baseman from Hugh Davies. Top of the 4th innings now. Martin Simpson, the baller wants a wife, steps onto the plate. Didn't find out whether he got a wife yet, actually. Might be still available, you ladies out there. I'm sure Dylan Fraser this is taken with his dyed white hair under his ball cap. Inside pitch, and he'll whip that up the middle. Martin Simpson, international player, shows his form. Just pulls the hands in, plenty of velocity, and really that's a tough ball to get to. They have a designated runner coming out for Simpson. That is Tyrell Henare, young speedster. Tyrell's been a busy lad, played the under-19 final last year, won that championship. Came along and played the Prem Reserve final as well. Now here he is in the Premier Men's final. What a season for young Tyrell Henare. Nick Lanigan now. Real student of the game is Lanigan. Just off the drop ball. Timothy Cook will take charge in centre field. There's a drop ball and he is just underneath it. Timothy Cook, international centre fielder, went to the junior Black Sox, played for the junior Black Sox's World Cup. Was in Paraná, Argentina a few cycles ago. An outstanding rugby league athlete too for the Northcote Tigers. Throw down to second base, just a little offline, and He will be safe. And Tyrell Henardi getting his first stolen back in. Callum Ryan's like, who knows? It's a good guess whether he gets there or not. Calling the strings here is Ryan. Callum Ryan, that is. And it's Ryan Love batting here, the Rhino. This one comes through. The Gold Sides had the measure of the Maroons side batting all season. The moment in the grand final, they lead 1-0. Slow roller, and they'll play him out at first base for the third out. Moving quickly through the grand final here. It is 1-0. Maroon over Gold at the halfway point.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Well, the grand final's been thick and fast here, 1-0 on Caleb Lauren, the top of the first innings to the stand-up triple to lead off. He's driven on a ground out from Hugh Davies. That's the difference in the ball game so far as we go to the bottom of the fourth innings. Hohepa Monk will lead off here first, the right fielder followed by the catcher, Logan Fraser-List, and then the centre fielder, Morgan Timothy Cook. Ball down low. We'll level the count now, 1-1. Hohepa Monk, he's had a stellar season. Went away with the New Zealand Black Sox to the Oceania qualifier in American Samoa. And there are some of the balls he hit there. I don't think they've even landed. You probably see them landing at Rosedale Park. Surely hit them that far. Top batter at the tournament for New Zealand for sure. There's the Greyhounds over there. They would have had a tough game today. Mentally drained by now. They're athletes. The the Northcote Glenfield Greyhounds Masters side. I'm sure their record is intact after today's play. Be catching up with them later tonight. Of course, a big night tonight at North Harbour. Tanaki Pai Whenua. North Harbour put it on and stole the grand final date. Had it all going on with the bouncy castle for the kids in the morning. Face painting, ice creams, you name it. She was all going on all day here at Rosedale Park. Then tonight, they step it up a notch after the big final here. They drive a truck onto the field in front of the club rooms. The back of that truck's a band. They have the prize giving in front of it, and then they party the night away to celebrate another successful season. Very good organisation here, the North Harbour board. I mentioned them today, Amanda Rona, one of those board members. So works so tirelessly hard. Bridget Baker, another one. Mike McCraw. Roberta Stillwell, another driving force on that board, and a few others as well. provide good guidance to our fantastic general manager, that is David Galandis. Walk issued here to Monk to lead off the bottom of the fourth innings. Logan just hits Fraser List now. This Goldside trying to tie this game up. Haven't been able to get a runner to second base, really. Seth Gibson has thrown one out. They're going to run into three, didn't they, in the end? Dylan Fraser-List got all the way around to third base. Hibbert continues to work on the hill here. Bunt is down, the throw, and they'll get the lead runner. What a play from Jesse Fuller, the third baseman. This is a tough play. Running across the diamond and having enough power to throw the ball on target for starters and with velocity. An elite play from the third baseman from the Maroon side, Jesse Fuller. Timothy Cook sees the first pitch drop in for a strike. Hunter Hibbert works at his craft on a weekly basis. Went away to the Czech Republic in the off-season last year. Actually has a co-heritage with New Zealand and the Czech Republic. His mother, I think, has just gone back there for a little bit. If you're watching all the way from the Czech Republic, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying watching your young fella perform again on the national stage. North Harbour Championship here for Premier Men. This one pops up, looking for no man's land, and that one just comes out of the glove of Lanigan on the slide. So runners on 1 and 2 now as you see that ball just come out of the glove. Brings up Josh Kingy, who almost went yard with his first at-bat in the second innings. This one will come down Main Street. Well, as you know, Chopper likes to play a few games. I just like to talk to you that are watching online or in your TV screens, wherever you are, following the action here in the grand final day at North Harbour Softball. Let us know where you're watching from. So who do you think's going to win today, the gold or the maroon side? Inside pitch, pick-up attempt. And they just missed him. Boy, that was close. Fraser List diving back. 2-1 now the count. Wow. There's Seth Gibson. I said he's got a cannon. I'm going to put an understatement. It's like a bazooka rocket ship. Maybe a Elon Musk spaceship. He throws it to second. Spinning top as it comes off foul from King. Just the one here. Two and two the count now. Pitch outside. will load it up with one away here. The catcher list, Fraser List at 2. The centre fielder, Timothy Cook, at 1. Third baseman, Kingy, continues at the plates. And a hard hit ball through the hole. This could tie it up. Fraser List with a stop sign, respecting the arm of Simonson in left field. Simpson picks that up, and he does have a cannon, to be fair. We start to see the rain starting to fall here in the bottom of the 4th innings. We've had some showers most of the day. Not too bad, really, to be honest with you. It's the first pitch swinging for the big first baseman, Connor Flanagan now. Gold side. Still trailing by 1 run with loaded bases and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th innings. This could be the big moment of the grand final. Hibbert now. Perfect pitch on the outside edge. I want to give a shout out to our Kaiwawo umpires. We already introduced them to you, John Hickman. I didn't even have to ask him to move out of the camera shot. He intuitively knew. And how good is he? Santa Claus, you're right by me, my friend. Outside. A little bit better than that Kevin Sheehy's response anyway. That was beauty, I tell you. That was beauty. Fantastic gentleman is John Hickman. Gives a lot to the game, not just through umpiring, but generous. And I've heard about him finding about the odd player may not be able to afford his fees, and he'll come in and pay their fees anonymously. Maybe I just told you it's not anonymous now, I suppose, but that's the type of gentleman he is. Still in Fraser List now. Hard hit ball from Fraser List. Simonson going back to the track, and he will make the catch, and the bases loaded jam is averted. The Maroon side continue to lead the grand final 1-0. Top of the 5th coming up next.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay and App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
Top of the 5th innings in the grand final here. Northcote Maroon taking on the Northcote Gold side of Maroon. Batting here, Jesse Fuller, Moana Hibbert and Callum Ryan, 1, 2 and 3. Jesse Fuller flew out to centre field back in the 2nd innings. His second at bat here in the 5th. Game moving nice and fast here in the grand final. As Dylan Fraser-List continues to work on the hill here for the gold side. Here's a sneak peek of the haircut of his. Good drop ball inside, he'll bend that away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
To be fair, he's probably got a cause to know that Chopper's got no hair, so whatever I do with mine is my business. Here comes Fraser-List now. Rise ball pops up. It's a skyscraper, a third baseman right underneath it. And likes a bit of entertainment, does Kingy. You see this one goes up with some serious hang time. Kingy calls it early. Take control. That one off the shoe of the glove, but 2 hands. That's why you use 2 hands. Young ballers out there. 1 away. 1 a Hibbert now. Step in to go to work. That was just when John Hickman was playing good out there. He's moved back into the usual spot. Change of pace. Just misses the zone. Oh, there you go. Santa Claus, how good is he? I'll just take a couple of steps over there. Got you, Chopper. Got you, Ballpark Broadcasting NZ. More importantly, he's doing a fine job officiating here as the shortstop Gerbes watches on. And hard hit ball. This is deep and long, going to the fence. Reaching back over his shoulder is Gabe Wharepoti for a great catch. All 3 players converging. Wharepoti goes to the fence to make sure he's got room and makes it stick. Another example of 2 hands. So good fundamental softball here in the top of the 5th innings. Bring up Cullum. Ryan as Nick Lanigan. They're sharing the coaching duties as Ryan is up to bat. A change up. Just pops, just misses. Timothy Cook at centre field will take the 3rd out. A quick one in the top of the 5th innings. The score remains the same. It is Maroon leading the grand final. 1 run to nil.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting, try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with Welltech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
Bottom of the 5th innings here. It Gabe Wharepoti, left fielder, and Quinton Lynch, the 2nd baseman, followed by JP Gerbes, the top of the shop at shortstop. 1, 2 and 3 here for the gold side, trailing by 1 in the grand final. A real pitching duel between Moana Hibbert here and Dylan Fraser-List. This one just over the top. 3 hits surrendered from the pitching of Hibbert today. 4 strikeouts. Does this one a pop and go foul?
2 strikes.
Two hits and 3 strikeouts on the other side. So very, very similar pitching prowesses in this match. Good defense behind both of them. With multiple good plays in the infield and the outfield. Testament of their preparation as they've worked their way through the season, that's for sure. 2-2 now. Nice ball up top. You hear the Gold side starting to get a bit louder. All up on the rail. And a rise ball on the inside is a good one to get the out. The young bat boy there, Hohepa Monk's young son. Loves the game.
One.
A shout out to watching all the way from Canada, Quade. Great to have his attendance on the broadcast today as we see Caleb Ronner. Boy, he's silky smooth at shortstop, isn't he? Speeds to Quinton Lynch here. When it's down, he's off to the races. Look how far Ronner has come in to field that to make that look easy. Good to have Jason Ray on the broadcast tonight, shouting out to Moana, throwing a gem, 5 strikeouts on the day, just 3 hits given up from Moana Hibbert. There'll be JP.gerbes, the top of the order for the Gold side, and he can't hold back on that one. One ball, 1 strike. And just in front of this one, it'll pop up into the glove of the centre fielder, Nick Lanigan. And it's a 3 up, 3 down, the bottom of the 8th innings. We're all done through 5 in the grand final. Off to the top of the 6th innings. It's the Maroon side leading 1-0, looking to be the champion for 2024.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting, try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership.
Top of the 6th inning in the grand final. We have the Premier Men's Division of the North Harbour Softball Association. Well, thank you for your viewership here today. The game started in the top of the 1st inning with Caleb Ronner hitting a lead-off triple. And then on a ground out from Hugh Davies, scored the only run of the grand final. And it'll be Caleb that'll lead off here in the top of the 6th innings, followed by Seth Gibson and Hugh Davies, 1, 2, and 3. Dylan Fraser-List has pitched a gem. We talked about it last innings. 3 strikeouts and just the 2 hits given up today. A real pitching duel between Gold's Dylan Fraser-List and Maroon's Moana Hibbert. Caleb Rono, we mentioned that triple in the first innings, then a walk in the third. You almost call it an intentional walk with a runner in scoring position. They didn't want a bar to do with him. Home plate umpire Andy McManus has done a wonderful job here today officiating, keeping the game moving nice and quick and smooth.
3 and 2.
Fraser-List turns around. One goes foul.
Yes, sir. Full count, guys.
Full count, as you can hear by the home plate umpire. Four balls here, and that'll allow the second walk for Rona in the ball game. It's a lead-off walk, though, in the top of the 6th innings. Peter Cook right beside him. Well, I want to make sure he knows what the call is here. Of course, they're hunting for an insurance run in the top of the 6th innings. That one just outside. Seth Gibson, one of the power hitters in the men's game these days in New Zealand. Hard hit ball down the line. There's the power we talked about. Rona may go all the way around here. They'll put the stop sign up at third base. And 2 runners in scoring position now with no outs in the top of the 6th innings.
I got a dry one here if he needs it. Oh, he's good.
It's had a good game. Now 60 feet away from crossing home plate for a second time personally here in the grand final. Hugh Davies, big spot.
No.
First pitch is down low. Caleb Ryan. Situations like this allows the athletes to conduct the orchestra as such. Doesn't inject too much. Allow Davies to have a quality at-bat here. He knows the role. A deep fly ball will give him that insurance run. Even deeper fly ball will give them a 4-run lead. And there's a swing for one of them, that's for sure. Davies waiting. Here comes Fraser-List. This one lifts up. And the catcher, Fraser-List, will take control to make that out. 1 away now. We'll see here on the replay. You'll get a look at this mop underneath the catcher's helmet. I was giving Dylan a hard time for his haircut. I think these two are competing for the worst haircut out there in the grand final. And Simonson will be intentionally walked down to first base. Grand final time. Tyrell Hanati will come out to run for him. Now with loaded bases and 1 down in the top of the 6th innings, the Maroon side leading by 1. Nick Lanigan can put this out of reach. Pitch is inside. I mentioned earlier, puts it on the player coach of this Gold side. Not here today, away at a wedding. Trailing by 1 in the grand final. Swing and a miss. Great battle here. Fraser List Lanigan. Championship basically on the line. Drop ball down low. One away, the double play up the middle gets them out of it, the gold side. Callum Ryan knows this. And drop ball on the outside is good. Connor Flanagan at first base doing the gardening. Connor Bronner running at third. Willing his way home. He scored once today in the grand final. That was in the top of the first innings. Now in the top of the sixth. Rise ball. Ball down the line. The gold side had loaded bases themselves. In the fourth innings, that was diffused. Didn't score a run. Love to repay the favour here in the grand final in the sixth. Drop ball outside and he misses. Tino Tata. Very close. Full count now. Lanigan, Fraser List, championship. Inside.
Foul.
A nice quick call by the home plate umpire for a foul ball. Wharepari doesn't hear that at first, does he? As he rams himself into the fence. Andy McManus has controlled things well. And the watch from Wild Santa Claus, John Hickman at 2. Mark Porteous at 1. Bryden Wells at 3. Top line crew here for a grand final. Outside, and the insurance run is walked in.
They'll bring in the second run of the game. Northcote Maroon leading 2 runs to 0.
Nick Lanigan. Fastidious with the strike zone and earns the reward for the Northcote Maroon side, leading to 2 runs to 0. Ryan Love, pressure still on here. 1 down, loaded bases. All outside. Second baseman Lynch playing over in the hole. Middle of the field, left, wide, exposed at this point for Love. You see Kingy, he's enjoying the grand final. Might just get a shot from camera 2 here just to show you that. You see Lynch, he's backing over to the right side here. Big gap up the middle of the field.
Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Kirby's now shaded over to try and fill that gap. 1 down. Looking for a double play ball. And it's outside and flirting with another bases loaded walk is this gold side in the grand final. Ryan Love will know this will come right down the kitchen sink as he loads up for the pitch. And a hard hit ball from Love, and it just goes foul down the left line. When I say just, I mean just. No more than a foot or 2 at the most.
Full count, guys.
Fraser List had to come down the middle. He's still got to throw a strike here, but it doesn't have to be the middle. Can't be too cute. They've already picked up one run here. Can't allow another in the grand final. Drop ball's good, and he rears back to pick up the strikeout. Look at the purchase off that drop ball. 3 to 4 inches of elevation drop on the delivery. Fraser List bending his back here in the grand final. 4 strikeouts on the day from Fraser List. Jesse Fuller now. First pitch to him is on the outside edge. He nods with approval. This kid is in a banner patch of form as Fuller. Already mentioned a home run last night, a home run this morning. Swinging for another home run here this afternoon. Ryan Love in to run for the catcher at third base. In the hole, young Jesse Fuller. Race pitch outside. Fuller flew out to centre field with his first at bat in the second, and then the fifth flew out to the third baseman. Looking for a different result here at the top of the 6th innings. Very, very close on the outside edge. Still plenty of velocity coming out of the right arm of Fraser List. And a low lifter catches him on the inside. Back-to-back strikeouts, 5 on the day from Fraser List, but it's not before a Nick Lanigan bases loaded walk pushes across the insurance run needed for the Maroon side. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Maroon leading the grand final, 2 runs to nil over goal. Bottom of the 6th innings here in the grand final to be Hohepa Mark will lead off the Black Sox superstar Logan Fraser List and Morgan Timothy Cook 1, 2 and 3 with the game on the line here. It feels like it in the bottom of the 6th innings. As Moana Hibbert continues to work on the hill here. Hibbert showed great fortitude today.
Yeah, you got it.
Time called, 5 strikeouts, only 3 hits given up. This one will come off the foot, and as you heard straight away from the umpire, dead ball. I want to thank you for tuning in to North Harbour Softball Association's broadcast of the grand final day. This started last night with the under-19 boys, won by the Northcote Yankees. Then the under-15 boys this morning at 9 a.m, won by the Northcote Cubs. On to the Premier Reserve Men's grand final. And the Northcote Warriors running out winners in that one. And then in the Premier Reserve Women was HBC going back-to-back with their titles, winning again. And now into the Premier Men here, the nightcap, the last one on the schedule for the season. Northcote Gold taking on Northcote Maroon. And Maroon in the field here with a 2-0 lead at the moment. Don't be confused by the colour of the shirt, just by the scoreboard. It's Maroon that are in the field that are leading. Full count here on Monk. Picked up a walk in the fourth. And he'll take another walk here in the sixth. You see the delivery here, very close. That's too high in the Premier Men's division for sure. Drop ball though. You see Callum Ryan saying, would you normally swing at that? Weber Mark's like, no, otherwise it'd be gone. And the rain, it's like a hazel mist, starts to fall now, a little heavier than that. Got a bit of everything, the grand final. Logan just hits Fraser List, will be the next batter up now. Trailing by 2. And a sacrifice bunt is down. And the throw is good from Hibbert, even on one leg.
Comes out.
Makes the throw over in time. Covered well by Hugh Davies. You see the rain on that back screen, can't you? Couple of droplets as Morgan Timothy Cook, MVP of the Premier grade last season or season before, looking to do something here on the grand final for 2024. There's a hit to his name. Only 3 hits in the ball game. He's got one of them. Josh Kingy after him, he's got the other. Perfect timing for the gold side now. As that drizzle starts to get a little bit heavier. David Downs led this team cool, calm and collectively. We'll just make sure the ball is dry enough for Hibbert on the hill. And you see the lights are on here at Perth Sports Stadium, Freeman Field. Grand final, the Premier Men's. Drop ball misses inside. Timothy Cook steps back in, 2-1 now the count. Trademark stance for Timothy Cook as he wraps at it. We'll go foul into his leg.
This is still kind of wet, this one. We'll go off that one.
Just making sure the balls are kept dry enough for Hibbert to perform at his elite level as he's done throughout this match. Ready to resume the action now.
2 strikes.
Johnny Hickman, he wants to get a good view. Hard hit ball and he's up. Jesse Fuller in the hot corner. A leaping grab will double off the gold side here in the 6th innings. What a play from the third baseman, Jesse Fuller. That's 2 or 3 today in the grand final. Maroon side continue to lead the grand final, 2-0.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
100.9 and 94.9 Atiawa Toa.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa. All the best throwbacks.
Global warming is incredibly serious. We need to cut emissions, but we need to also absorb carbon out of the atmosphere. Growing trees is the only tool we have in the toolbox for taking carbon out of the atmosphere that we can do at scale. Pinus radiata takes carbon out of the atmosphere at about 5 to 10 times the rate of native planting. And so what New Zealand Carbon Farming are doing is planting the Pinus radiata to absorb the carbon, and then they're transitioning that forest into native forest so that we get the biodiversity benefit.
Best travel advice comes from someone who's been there, done that, and knows how it feels. At House of Travel, we're travellers too.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see here, we'll find out from the umpires what's going to happen, but I think the game might get terminated here. It has really started to bucket down. As you can see, it is hosing down here. We'll go to camera 2 to have a look as well. Now there you go. And camera 1, he can have a look at what's happening out in the crowds. And it looks like it is going to be the final whistle here, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. It is persisting down here as we will get our cameraman, our camera 1, just to show us what it's like further out in the field, because boy, oh boy, it is not nice out there. It just come down at a great rate of knots, and all of a sudden, you see the water on the lens, and the game has been called here in the grand final. We were up to the top of the 7th innings, and to be fair, the Maroon side had done enough. 2 runs to 0. They will reign supreme for 2024. A fantastic job done by them. And I just want to have another look at that replay of the last play. Outstanding. It was Timothy Cook with a line drive to third base with a runner in scoring position. Jesse Fuller leaps up, makes the catch, has the presence of mind to throw it over in time to double off and eliminate the threat from the gold side. So we are all done here on grand final day. It'll be the Maroon side that'll run out victorious 2-0 in the grand final. I just want to thank you. For your attendance here today. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. It's been a beautiful game of softball up until now, and boy, has the heavens opened. I think that party with the band might be inside. Wow, what a day. Thank you on behalf of the whole crew today at Ballpark Broadcasting NZ. Our cameraman out there in the rain at the moment, Ignacio Gatti, Troy Duncan, worked fantastically all day long to get us the shots you have. Of course, the director was in the house, Matt Jordan, take a bow, and Tanisha Hokamo, she learned everything in like 12 minutes. What's going on with her? What is going on with her? I don't know. I've been Jason.chopper, aka Chopper. Of course, we had the guest commentator in the booth with us today, Sean Mays. Karina Gervie's on the scoreboard all day. Fergus McAlpine on ground announcing, and DJ Horse in the house providing all the entertainment here locally. Hope you enjoyed the grand final. Northcote Maroon, they win it. They win all the spoils for 2024. They are the Premier Men's champion for North Harbour softball. Thank you for tuning in. I'll leave you with our great replays montage of the grand final. Mate wa. We'll see you next time. And of course, Ballpark Broadcasting's got a little squeeze more coverage the weekend after Easter, the 6th and the 7th. We'll be in Wellington to give you the island-based Standfast U20 and U23 tournament. Stay tuned to all your socials for that one. Thank you so much again for tuning in to Grand Final Day from the North Harbour Softball Association. Paul Marty.